Toma Tamalo, Tamdish de Leda, Kukamsa, and Dringy Lobze Kuduche, the Dinging Lobze linear equations in two variables, D2 and Dringa Trisa the solutions of linear equation, the graphical method, Yana graph kitone, solve changing and shukchang during the graph dinama deshi javimgi. Tine Tangbo problem Tangbo, draw the graph of x minus y is equal to 0. Dinge as a lesson. Lang as a coordinate geometry deshi javdusane graph canale. Cartesian plane, a graph nala coordinate axis x-axis and y-axis. Or equation x minus y is equal to 0. Now this is a simple equation. Equation logic. And number to see x minus y is equal to 0 key, and we can slightly modify this. If you modify, we carry minus y to the right hand side, will become plus y. So it means the value of x, all the values of x are equal to all the values of y, and x and y are equal. So there is a calculation. We can assume any value for one of the variables. Let's say y. You can put any value for y, and correspondingly we will get the value of x. And in this case, it's very simple. If you take y is equal to 0, x will automatically equal to 0 because they are equal. So calculation should be box nala coordinate teaching in the x coordinate, y coordinate. Check ni sum shingadwa. So let's say y is 0. If y is 0, it means x is also equal to 0. X is equal to 0. Y is equal to minus 1. X is also equal to minus 1. And similarly, y is minus 2. X is also minus 2. Then if we take y is equal to 1, x is also equal to 1. Y is equal to, say, 3. X is also equal to 3. So we mark them. As mark minus 2, minus 2, minus 2, minus 2. They takda kedwa. Minus 2, minus 2, minus 1, minus 1. And 0, 0. That is the original point. And then 1, 1. X is equal to 1, y is equal to 1. Then x is equal to 3, y is also equal to 3. So if you join them, you get the graph of the equation x minus y is equal to 0. Now, with the help of this graph, we can check whether a particular point is a solution of a given of this equation or not. For example, let's say 5 and 6, right? If the point 5 and 6 falls on this line, then it is a solution of this equation. So let's look at x is equal to 5, y is equal to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Since this point does not lie on the given line of equation x minus y, so therefore this is not a solution of this linear equation. Okay, now since on a given line we have countless number of points then from this we can conclude that this equation x minus y is equal to y has infinitely many solutions. Okay, now let's take slightly a tougher equation. Draw the graph of equation 3x minus y plus 9 is equal to 0. So our equation is 3x minus 4y plus 9 is equal to 0. Okay, now what do? You slightly modify this again, separating the two variables. Keep one variable on the left hand side and take the second variable and the constant to the other side. So here we'll get 3x is equal to minus 4y goes to right hand side will become plus 4y minus plus 9 will become minus 9. So x is equal to 4y minus 9 divided by 3. Now what do? You can put any value for y, and after calculation you can find the value of x. Okay, so for that, first let's take if y is equal to 0, then what will be the value of x? 4y. 4 into y is 0 minus 9 upon 3. 4 zeros are 0 minus 9. So this is equal to minus 9 upon 3. So if you cancel out the common factor, 3 ones are 3, 3 threes are 9. So this will be equal to minus 3. So the first set of solution is minus 3, 0. Okay, then let's take the second value. If y is equal to 3, then x is equal to 4 into 3 minus 9 divided by 3. 4 threes are 12. 12 minus 9 is 3. So 3 divided by 3 is 3 ones are 3, 3 ones are is equal to 1. Okay. Now, in order to draw a given line, we can have minimum of 2 points. For drawing a line, if we have only 1 point, we know that through 1 point we can draw countless number of lines. So that will not serve the purpose. So the minimum is 2 points. Normally we take 3 points. 3 points is to ensure whether the coordinate or the solution we got in the earlier two cases are correct or not. Okay? So we shall take the third. If y is equal to minus 3, then x is equal to 4 into minus 3 minus 9 divided by 3. 4 threes are 12 plus into minus 12 minus 9 is minus 21 divided by 3. 3 ones are 3, 3 sevens are. So this is minus 7. So the coordinates are if x is minus 3, y is 0. If x is 1, y is 3. If x is minus 7, y is 1. Okay, now let's see. We have the coordinates. Let's check. X minus 3, y 0. Yes, this is the right one. And the second one is x is equal to 1, y is equal to 3. X 1, y is equal to 3. Now why we have taken the third point is that through 2 points we can draw line exactly. So this line represents the equation 3x minus 4y plus 9 is equal to 0. Now the third coordinate will ensure that whether we have drawn the correct or we have taken the calculate the right coordinates or not. So let's check x. So this is we got it this wrong. So if x is minus 7, then let's see y is minus 3. So let's check minus 7. So this is minus 7. Y is minus 3. So let's say minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. So this point exactly falls on the given line of the given equation 3x minus 4y plus 9 is equal to 0. So that means all the points that we have taken are correct. Now earlier I have drawn right. If I say 1, x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 7, let's check whether it is a correct solution or not. X is equal to 1, y is equal to 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is the 1, 1, 7. So we'll find that this point is not the solution of this given equation. Okay. Now, in an examination, you may be given a graph with some of the points, and you may be asked whether a particular point is a solution of this particular graph or not. So if I say, let's just say any point on the fourth quadrant, from this graph it is clear that the line does not fall on fourth quadrant. So if we want to check whether a particular point is a solution, particular point in the fourth quadrant is a solution or not, from this graph we can easily say any point in the fourth quadrant is not a solution. So fourth quadrant, we can identify x coordinate is positive, y coordinate is negative, right? So if I say 8 minus 13, let's say 8 and minus 13. 8 and minus 13 will lie on the fourth quadrant, and without looking at the graph we can closely looking at the graph we can directly say that it does not fall on this given line, or it is not a solution because it is in the fourth quadrant. Okay, now third question, let's discuss a simple words problem. Tenzin and Doma, two students of class 9, together contributed rupees 100 towards PM Cares Fund. Write a linear equation and draw its graph. So for this, what we will do, let's represent the amount contributed by Tenzin and Doma by two different variables. So let's say let the amount AMU short form contributed by Tenzin B rupees X and by Dolma, let's say, equal to rupees Y. Okay, now together they contributed rupees 100. So therefore, if you add these X and Y, you will get 100. Okay, so this equation x plus y is equal to 100 represents the equation related to the contribution of Tenzin and Doma. Now we don't know exactly how much each of them contributed, but we know that together they contributed rupees 100. So now, yes, since it is a simple addition, we don't need a long calculation. We can straightly take the value. Okay. The value of x and the corresponding value of y. This doesn't need a long calculation because, for example, if Tenzin contributes 50, automatically Doma will contribute 50, together 100. So similarly, if x is 60, then y will be 40. Right? If x is 30, y is 70. If x is say 20, then y will be equal to 80. It's a simple equation. Now in the examination, it's not necessary to go into the details of the calculation. If we can calculate mentally the variables, then it's better to do the mental calculation, provided if you are 100% sure, right? That will save time for your other questions, because normally what we face difficulty is in the board exam or in other exam, especially in mathematics, many of the students complained that they are unable to solve large number of questions. If you are not able to solve large number of questions, especially in board exam, that will infer that you don't know the rest of the question. Actually, it may not be the actual case. So we have to use our mental calculation whenever it is necessary. Okay, now this is the graph of the equation x plus y is equal to 100. Now why I have taken this is, if you look here, normally what we'll do, we draw the coordinate axis in the middle, like y-axis somewhere here and x-axis somewhere here. But here what can infer that in this equation there is no relevance of negative values, because no one will contribute minus rupees 20, minus rupees 30. It doesn't make sense, right? Though mathematically we can show that left hand side is equal to right hand side. So that is one. So I have drawn the x-axis slightly below the middle, and then y-axis slightly almost to the right end of the left hand side of the graph. Okay, that's one. And the second one is, if you look at the scale, the scales are different, because number of division in the x-axis and y-axis are different. So in order to take the full use of the graph, what I have done is, for the x-axis, for each division, I've taken 10 units. For 2 division, it's 20 units, right? 20, 40, okay. And in this case, since I have enough space, I've taken, for every 2 division, I've taken 10 units. Okay. So let's check some of them. Let's say 30 and 70. X is 30. 30 is here in between 20 and 40. 30 and 70. Right. You go up and up, up. Yes. Here. X is 30. Y is 70. That means the amount contributed by Tenzin is rupees 30, and correspondingly amount contributed by Dalma is 70. Okay, now let's discuss another type of question. That is, give the equation of two lines passing through the point 1, 1. X is equal to 1, y is equal to 1. So, and then after drawing, then we have how many such lines are there. How many lines can we draw? And then you have to give the reason why you can draw, right? If we are able to draw only one, why only one line passes through it, or if we could draw two lines, or if we can draw infinite. So we have to give the reason. So the first one, now I've given the coordinates, x coordinate and y coordinate, and the given point. X is equal to 1, y is equal to 1. Now through this, what we have to provide two lines, two equations which represent an equation that will pass through this point, or this point is the solution of both the equation. So the simple one is, since x and y are equal, we can write it as, we'll assume that the two variables are x and y. So x plus y. If x is equal to 1, y is equal to 1, then sum will be equal to 0. That is 1. That will exactly be the solution, right? 1, 1 will be the solution of this. If we put x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 1, you'll get left hand side is equal to, right? That's a simple one, right? And second one is, let's look here. The difference of these 2 points is 0. So the second equation is equal to x minus y is equal to x is 1, y is equal to 1. So, sorry, the first one is 2, right? And the second one is 0. So we have two simple equations. And we can create a third equation. Let's say 2x minus y is equal to, right, x is equal to 1, y is equal to also 1. 2 ones are 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. So we are asked to give the equation of, right, two equations. We have provided 3. So you can write any 2 of them. The simpler one are these 2. Okay. Now, let's try to see whether that is possible in the graph. Right. First, x plus y is equal to 2. So x plus y is equal to, this is the common, and this is also 1. X is equal to 2, y is equal to 0. 2 plus 0 is 0. Right? So you have, x is equal to 0. Y is equal to 2. Since we have 2 points, we can draw the lines, right? So this line will represent the first equation, x plus y is equal to 2. And earlier in one of the examples, we have done x minus y is equal to 0. So x minus 1, x is equal to 1, y is equal to 1, x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0, or x is equal to minus, let's take somewhere. X is equal to minus 4, y is also equal to minus 4. So let's join. Right, minus 4 and minus 4. Now the third equation, right? 2x minus y is equal to 1. So of course this is one of the equation. Let's take a second equation. If we take x is equal to 2, let's see, 2 2s are 4 minus y is equal to 1, right? Or y minus y you carry to the other side, plus 1 you take it on the left hand side, you'll get 4 minus 1, 3. So therefore y is equal to 3. So that means 2 3 is the second value of this. First is, of course, this is a common. So 2, x is equal to 2, y is equal to 3. X is equal to 2, y is equal to 3. Let's join. This equation is x minus y is equal to 0, and the third equation is 2x minus y is equal to 1. Now let's see whether I have got the answers. Give the equation of 2 lines. In fact we have drawn 3 lines. That's okay. Passing through 1 1. How many such lines are there and why? How many lines we have drawn? We have drawn 3 lines. Now see, through 1 point, normally what we can do? We can draw countless number of lines. So that means how many such lines are there? There are countless number of lines. And why? Because through 1 point we can draw countless number of lines. Okay, and that will also serve one of the characteristic of linear equation in 2 variables. Earlier we also said that in a given linear equation we can draw countless, we can have countless number of solutions, right? Okay, now the concluding part is, earlier we said that in a equation or linear equation 1 variable, you'll have unique solution, one and only one solution. And in any linear equation in 2 variables, we will have a countless number of solutions. So to wind up, we shall take a simple equation, that is x is equal to 3. Now directly if you look at this equation is of course a linear equation in 1 variable, and the solution is the value of x is equal to 3 and no other values. So it has a unique solution, one and only one solution, that is 3. Now we can express this equation or linear equation 1 variable in the form linear equation of 2 variables. How? That's x is equal to 3, carry 3 to the left hand side, you'll have x minus 3 is equal to 0. Here we have 1 variable. We'll try to express in the form of 2 variables. How? X plus, since we don't have any terms containing the second variable, we can write it as 0 into y. Minus 3, or it can be written as plus minus 3 is equal to 0. Now this is exactly in the form ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. So if you look, now this is in the form linear equation, in the form of linear equation x plus 0 into y plus minus 3 is equal to 0. Right? Now, since it is a linear equation, it will have countless number of solutions. Now, how do we show? In the earlier equation, we know that the value of x is 3. So, what we do? We shall take any value for y. Let's say y is equal to 0. If y is equal to 0, 0 into 0 is 0. And then minus 3 will go outside, plus 3. Okay, if y is equal to 1, 0 ones are 0. What will happen? Minus 2 goes to the other side. The value of x remains the same. If x is equal to, if y is equal to minus 1, still the product of these two will be 0. So value of x is 3. No matter what value we put for y, no matter we can put any value of, or all the values of real numbers one by one, but then the product will always be equal to 0. So therefore, what will happen? If we take it's equal to minus 2, what will happen? The x will be still 3. So if we represent linear equation in one variable, we can express in a number line. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Minus 1, minus 2. So x is equal to 3. This is x is equal to 3. So there is only one point, a unique point, solution. But if we represent it as a linear equation in two variables, let's represent in the graph. We have x-axis, y-axis. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Similarly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you have minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6. And then here also minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6. Okay, now let's represent these points on the Cartesian plane or the graph. 3 minus 2. X is equal to 3, y is equal to minus 2 here. X is still 3, y is minus 1. X is 3, y is 0. X is 3, y is 1. So if we join them, you get a line. This line represents the equation x plus 0 into y minus 3 is equal to 0. Since it is a line, what we'll have countless number of points. So therefore, this equation will have countless number of solutions, infinitely many solutions. So this concludes that in a linear equation, we have a unique solution, and in linear equation in two variables, we have countless number of solutions. Thank you.